Welcome to VTC's course on FL Studio 8. I'll be your guide as we go through all the new features that are included in this version of the software, as well as other things which are going to allow us to explore many of the features which have already existed in Fruity Loop Studio. Now, I'm also the author of the FL Studio 7 course, and so in order to prevent it just being regurgitated material, I've done something a little bit different with this course that I hope you're going to enjoy, and it'll allow you to explore some of the other features in FL Studio that we didn't already explore in FL Studio 7. Now, a number of the workflow issues are the same from 7 to 8. Many of the different naming conventions and plugins have been carried over. However, what I'm going to do is focus on 3 different projects and the workflow that goes into those projects in this tutorial and cover the hands-on approach so we can explore how to do things in a very practical way and leave a lot of the definitions and explanations that we did in 7 so that they're going to work hand in hand. That means if you're just getting this course, I recommend also getting FL Studio 7. In fact, most ideal would be to get a membership to the website so you can have access to both of these for the one monthly cost. That would be ideal because then you could use both of them hand in hand. Now, if you're listening to this, trying to decide which one to get, I recommend deciding based upon your skill level. If you already have been using 7 quite a bit, but feel like you just want to get into some of the new features in 8, this one would be perfect. If you're using FL Studio for the first time, I actually recommend getting 7 if you're only going to get one of them, but then getting access to 8 to learn about all the new and exciting features, because there are a number of things which are very exciting. We cover those in some of the sections coming up in the next part of the course. Using those features, though, we're going to be spreading that out among all the different projects and workflows we're going to be exploring in this course. So really, we may introduce a lot of stuff at the beginning here, but in order to use them and understand how to use them, that will definitely be spread out among the length of this entire course. That being said, make sure that if you're using this course that you go on to VTC.com and you get the work files, because each of these projects and additional things that I explore on side issues will all be available on the website as work files. That means you can get them, download them, open them up in your version of FL Studio and work side by side with what I'm doing. Typically speaking, I'm going to be giving you the final version that we get to in the course, so as I work up to that, you'll actually be able to explore different avenues of what we're talking about, but I'm not going to actually be giving you separate versions for each step along the way. I'm just going to give you the one, and you can explore exactly how that's going to work. Okay, so let's get into this. I wanted to, first of all, just outline what we're going to do here. We're going to talk about installation and some of the package versions available online. We're going to do an overview of all the new features. We're going to talk about your system and how to make the sound work correctly. Then we're going to jump into some projects. We're going to talk about recording and mixing and using effects and all the things that go into that. Exporting your projects for the final version. We're going to do a couple of those, one a little bit more advanced than the other. Then we're going to talk about a lot of the extra features in FL Studio, some of the things that are available in the Producer and XXL versions, and talk about some of the demos that come with it, let you hear those in action a little bit. Then we're going to talk about some video and how that incorporates into FL Studio. And then we have a final project where I'm going to share some of my favorite techniques and some of the things that I think matter most when you're mixing and working in this type of environment. And then we're going to finish up and talk about optimizing Vista and really making sure your system works well in the situation that you're going to be using it, whether that be whichever operating system you have. Okay, let's dive in and get started.